Crowley,
Here.
Lasky,
Here.
Shireman, Hutchinson,
Here.
Ponick,
Here.
Belter,
Here.
Mugrower.
Okay, September 18th, 2024 meeting minutes. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any additions, corrections? Okay, call the roll.
Bella Crowley,
Aye.
Lasky,
Aye.
Hutchinson,
Aye.
Ponick,
Aye.
Belter.
Here.
Motion
Aye.
carries. Gotcha.
Well, let's try.
Before we jump in, I just wanted to introduce our new planning manager. This is Kimberly Gierock. Kimberly comes to us from Shawano, and she was with Leju before, so we're very excited to have Kimberly on board to help with our planning services. And if you remember, this is Sarah Rakowski. She is our Assistant Director of Community Development.
Oh, so you know, Hilgenbergs and
Only here for a little smidgen.
Okay.
Yeah.
welcome.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Yep, thank you.
Item 3, presentation from Millennium LLC. I think Jared can introduce yourself and take it away.
Hello. So thank you all for inviting me once again to be a part of this meeting. My name is Jared English. I am principal and developer for Millennium LLC. And what we are presenting once again today is the Meridian project. Originally, when I presented this, this was a 93-unit mixed-use development with apartments and townhomes, as you all can see here. Commercial spaces on the kind of frontage area along Main Street there. Since that time, we reconfigured things to be 101 units, same amount of commercial space, same number of townhomes. And that, of course, just makes the numbers work better. As you all know, there's some things that we were not able to achieve immediately, though the development is, I think, more than viable and moving forward. We did not end up submitting for the competitive tax credits. And that was on the advice of Baker Tilly, just because, as you all saw with the scoring report that I shared with you, our scoring was too low, and unfortunately, that the site is just outside of a qualified census tract, and because of that, it was not worth submitting for the competitive round. However, with other guidance from Baker, what they're hearing is that and Kelly, you may have heard something similar, but the allocation for the credits is going to basically double this next UAP, I guess, and then it might be possible to get this project in and then to go for the non-competitive credits. But all that being the case, whether we're able to do that or not, I'm adamant and very committed to making sure that we make this project work, whether that's with equity or whether that's, and as you all will see with some of the kind of draft pro forma that I sent you all, we were considering lots of different sources. That being the case, where we are currently, so Baker is doing some matchmaking with some equity investors. I'm in discussions with the gentleman from a company called New Point Capital out of Chicago. They specialize in financing projects such as this. And then, of course, between Baker and them both, we're discussing the HUD 224D4 options, along with, go up here because you guys got it right in front of you, along with some, putting an application into the Federal Home Loan Bank, and also, I'm sorry, just one moment, let me pull up something on my screen.
You have to
Were you trying to share your screen, Jared?
Not shared, I just want to make sure.
Okay.
not talking off the top of my head, I'm talking from what I sent you all. So just give me one moment here, sorry. All right, and so, so as I said, looking into HUD financing as well as some tax-exempt bond financing. Baker, of course, is helping significantly with trying to figure out that for this project. When I originally showed this, I believe we were at around 28 million. The project as it stands now, it's probably gonna, you know, God willing, no significant changes with some of the things on the federal level and tariffs and such. But we're probably gonna end up somewhere between 30 and 32 million. I've been working with both Green Fire and CR Structures, who you all are probably familiar with because they did the project Rockaway. And Kip Golden from CR Structures is going to be, him and his team are working on the construction takeoff, and we'll have some more concrete numbers with that, hopefully sometime next week or the week after there. Green Fire is also very interested in the project. They've been kind of courting me. I have some connections there with a gentleman named Michael Moe, and then also president of Green Fire through some TID stuff that happened down here in Milwaukee. But that being the case, you know, CR Structures is, you know, I like kind of how they do things, and in-house services that might end up saving quite a bit for the project. As I said, I sent you all kind of the simplified version pro forma. I don't want you all to have to wade through all the ridiculous amounts of other calculations that are in there. But basically, I guess I could. You guys are looking at the sample I sent you?
Yeah, everybody has a copy of it in front of them.
Okay. So the debt positions that you all see there, those aren't accurate just yet. It's going to depend on how these things are getting structured. The one thing that might be of interest to you all is that we may apply for home funds. I would say 20,000 would be the minimum. The max would probably be 100,000. But that, I think, is we're going to wait. I mean, it's on here, but you know, the way things are kind of moving, I think it may be possible we can do without that. But we'll see. This is how the environment kind of changes. Like I said, this is not comprehensive what you all have here, but you can kind of see kind of where our kind of the costs are there. So obviously construction, we're still at around 121 square foot, so at 20 million. Overhead fees, two, environmental cleanup, pricing I've gotten so far, we'll see what the construction guys come back with, but about 400,000 based on that phase two that you all generously provided. And then appliances and equipment, you know, those are kind of big ticket items, so, you know, obviously kitchen appliances, and then each unit would have its own furnace and water heater, no central, obviously for common areas, but just for potential future, you know, home ownership of some of these units. And then a pretty sizable contingency of 615. And like I said, there's going to be different cost savings I think we're going to be able to put in here based on, you know, some efficiencies we might be able to find, and then obviously contracting the view. The actual square footage of each unit, as of right now, studios are going for 400 square feet. The one bedroom's about a little under 800, 790. 2 beds, 940, and then the townhouse is about 1211. And then, of course, starting with the studios, 900, going to 1 beds, 1250, 1700 for 2 bedrooms, and 2000 for the townhomes. As I stated in that document that I sent you all, our goal, whether we are able to receive tax credits or not, is to basically cover the entire spectrum of housing needs for the Oshkosh market. And because the market rate in Oshkosh is still relatively reasonable, I think that's something that we'll be able to do. That might require, some additional vouchers and different things like that. But, my goal is to be able to cover the spectrum of affordability from affordable, I would say, through workforce and maybe even lower middle class there. So, any questions before I continue?
I know that we had a few questions that were submitted, and I think RDA members, we did include answers to some of the questions that were submitted. Is there any other specific questions that you have?
Jared, your elevation shows 3 stories, but I don't know, is it 3 stories, 4 stories, or 5 stories? Your main building?
So it's 5. The podium itself would be 2. Because that would contain commercial spaces and then the parking, and then above that would be 3 stories of
so that's green, the green space is
Yes,
a terrace?
it's actually green and the
Okay.
parking's underneath.
So that terrace is the green space, okay.
Yeah. We'll see, you guys will see on there the GGRF funds, we'll see how that stuff shakes out on the federal level. There's Bolton, Bakerson out, a lot of those things are getting paused. But, regardless, they're still worth including in development. Ideally, and I believe I stated that in the questions with the other update that I sent to development team there. Ideally, we'll be able to have a significant amount of green energy infrastructure such as solar panels. I would say the target is minimum, solar panels, and then, the budget allows, to go even further with maybe heat pumps and other high efficiency furnaces and such. But everything that's spec'd out, as you see now, is just kind of all standard equipment. And then electric appliances, of course. Go back here.
Jason, did you have a question?
So, of course, with all
I
this,
did.
there's I'm sorry, this one have some?
Yeah, Jared, parking, so to accommodate the additional apartments, was there anything structurally that had to be done to accommodate additional parking as well?
So, the construction guys are working on that. But basically, all of the units that are, the podium itself, other than the commercial space, most of it is parking. And there'll probably be amenities and things in there as well. But all the apartments are that above the podium. And then the townhouses, there's a few townhouses integrated into the main structure on the north side. And then the kind of single or scattered side ones on the southern portion. In terms of how, we're just, the way, I figured that out is based on numbers and just kind of coverage for spaces. In terms of structurally how those are laid out, I'm going to depend on the contractors and the designers for that. The design that you all see is still the target design. But obviously it'll probably be modified significantly between now and when we finalize it.
Do you want to talk about the timeline a little bit, your proposed timeline?
So as I stated, just a moment ago here, obviously we had to shift the timeline, and I'll just kind of give an overview and then go back and talk about the dates. So the target to finalize the design is the end of May, early June. If it applicable and necessary and possible, once the tax credit for the non-competitive is allocated in May, we're gonna attempt to submit an application for that if it's, like I say, if it's possible. By June, finalize equity investment and permanent financing partners. That would include any potential development partners. By August of 2025, obviously all these other things being achievable, begin negotiating and soliciting folks for the commercial leases. I mentioned in the other update that, I want to, I have a contact in the library system there and want to see if, there's something that's possible there. And then as I've always stated, to get maybe a cafe of some sort. I have some connections here in Milwaukee with the folks who run Collectivo, and indirectly connected with the Stone Creek guys and quite a few other like smaller vendors who could potentially operate. But obviously we'll, if it's a preference of the board, like if there's local operators you all would like to seek for that, I would be welcome to do that as well. And also worth mentioning is that the modeling and the that you all see in that draft pro forma is without commercial spaces modeled in. That's only the residential portion. So obviously we'll get some increases on return with the addition of the commercial rents. Anticipated construction start, we're really not far off, all these, of course, being equal from what we originally stated, but September 25, anticipated lease up, begin March 2026. Anticipated start of commercial tenant build outs as applicable. And you all, I'm reading off the list here, so let me also pull up the chart so I can see. So, negotiating and with commercial tenants starting in August. Construction period would start, like I said, in September and then go, approximately 18 months until February of 2027. Obviously, that can, be sped up and or have delays in that time, got a little none. But a typical construction period for development of the size is about 18 months. Begin lease up in March of 2026. And then anticipated substantial completion by January of 2027. Obviously all this is subject to change, hopefully not a lot. But when the construction guys get back to me, all the preliminary things that they've kind of said to me is that this is feasible, including the budget that I originally set out, the 30 to 32 million. It's something that they think is achievable. We talked again about the units. Like I said, we went from kind of individual count studios were 46, that's to 39 now. One bedrooms was 20 originally, now it's 25. Two bedrooms, 11, now that's 20. Townhomes, 16, now that's 17 actually. It was always 17, but that was a mistake in the last update. Beyond that, the reason, so there's some market data that says that, and as you all know, that two bedrooms are kind of where people, where the demand is in Fox Valley, particularly Oshkosh. However, my experience with property management, I know that leasing up smaller units is pretty quick, and demand can usually be, is always there for those types of units, and revenue per square foot is higher for, say, for instance, the studios. And that also allows, coverage of all the operating costs, in case we have some higher vacancies with some of the other things. As I stated before, the goal is to have a broad spectrum of housing options, whether we receive light tip credits or not. Like I said, the target is between 40 to 120% of the Oshkosh AMI. And as I said, the goal is to serve as many folks as we can with development. In addition to that, and this is something that we're also putting in the modeling, is a long-term ownership option for folks. And so obviously, after any compliance triggers that we potentially would have to engage with any kind of credit to have, and that's why, all the units are being designed to be kind of self-sufficient where they could potentially be condoed out. And obviously the easiest thing to do those with is the townhomes first. And I don't have a huge amount of details for you all right now, but I do have quite a bit of experience in developing kind of cooperative frameworks. Ideally, we'll be able to incorporate that in the modeling so that in the long-term position, starting probably minimum 15 years, that residents would be actually able to purchase and own their unit. I guess on to questions that we should make before. So my resume, so the first question again, what's my resume in completed projects? Most of my resume is from things that I've done with affordable housing nonprofits where I've been either manager or director of housing. So total, for those who are curious, I've done 12 rehab and new construction projects and managed 4 mixed-use commercial properties, including live tech, and over the last 15 years or so. My total experience is approximately 17 years, if you include my property management and development as such. In regards to new developments, my very first project is the one that we're working on in Green Bay, Alloway, right next to Green Bay there. That's a 36-unit new construction project that's geared toward accessibility for folks with different mental abilities and such. Some of the units reserved for that, and obviously, some affordable units in that as well. Once that is completed, that would be my very first commercial size development from the ground up, and the Meridian would be number 2. Pro forma, we've kind of gone through that already. You all have seen that. Like I said, there's a much more detailed version of that you'll probably see at some point. It has all the amortizations and everything once we get all the financing set and modeled. In regards to my company and its balance sheet, it's not significant at this point. And so what I'm seeking, I've already had offers of partnership, is a partner with a balance sheet. With the other development that we're working on, and I'm actually working on that with a company called Fairy Faith Development. Some of the partners who are receiving some of the housing units for their clients will be acting as guarantors for that. It's possible that we seek to do something very similar with the Meridian and or have a co-development and equity partner who can take care of that. Baker Tilly is of course also helping with that as well. And I mentioned Baker a lot, and specifically the person who I'm working with there is Don Menards. He's the head of the real estate group for Baker Tilly. I've known him for quite a few years now. He's obviously been very helpful in this. And as for the principals, the current principal developers, myself, as I said, if we add additional partners, in co-development, that would obviously change. And as soon as it does, I will make sure that you all are updated. And I believe, see here. Yeah, I believe that is it.
Okay.
So, are there any questions?
I just have one question. How were you able to make 101 out of 93? Did you make the apartments
So-
smaller or?
Basically, yeah. So we reconfigured the space that was already existing. So they were, let me see here. Yeah, if you go back and look, you'll see that the units were a little bigger before. I think we were at, like a 2-bedroom was like 1,200 square feet or something like that. I don't have it right in front of me,
Okay,
but basically we just reconfigured the existing space.
okay.
Well, thank you, Jared. We're
Yeah, thank you.
we go into closed session and talk amongst ourselves, and I think Kelly will call you back. Is that how it is?
So Jarrett, what I can do with our Zoom here is I will mute us so you can't hear us, but I'll kind of, I'll put you like in a waiting room and not getting rid of you, just gonna have you come back when we're ready for you. So just kind of stay close to your computer, and if you know, if it's going long, just hang tight. We'll be here.
I'm very patient, so I'm
Okay.
more than willing to wait. So thank
Okay,
you.
thank you,
Thank you.
appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room right now.
Thank you.
Okay, he's
And
in
I
the
need a-
waiting room, and I'm gonna just.
And I need a motion.
Go to closed session? So moved.
Is that a motion?
Second.
A motion, a second, closed session? We call
Okay.
the roll for that?
Yes, I do.
Good night.
Bella Corelli,
Aye.
Lasky,
Hi.
Hutchinson, Ponick,
Aye.
Belter.
Aye.
We are in closed session, and why don't you give 1 minute here? We're gonna, can you close those doors?
This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. This local government meeting is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly.
Approve extension request for option to purchase RDA lot located between West 7th Ave and West 8th Ave, west of South Main, from Millennium LLC for $1. I need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Okay. Bella Crowley,
No.
Lasky,
Nay.
Hutchinson,
Abstain.
okay. Panic,
No.
Belter.
No.
Okay. So Jarrett, the motion did fail. So staff will follow up with you tomorrow and we'll talk through, some of the discussion points and ways that, we could probably take a look at this again and have a little bit stronger project to consider for the site.
Okay,
Okay, we will be in touch with you tomorrow.
all right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jared.
Okay, bye.
Take care.
Bye. All right, I'm going to actually just X out of this because we don't need it anymore. And I am going to go to our slideshow.
Item 6, RDA owned infill lot options.
I just wanted to give the RDA some updates on our options that we have for our infill housing. Vianola Properties had 2 options, so they did complete the house on Jefferson Street. They sold it, which is great, and they're scheduled to start construction on West 9th Ave. So that's on the, make sure I get my directions right, the southeast corner of 9th and is that Rugby? Yep. So they are going to be starting construction on that, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gallery Homes, Matusek, they completed 1014 Wisconsin Street, and then they also they built an ADU with that, which is really exciting. And they are looking to start construction this spring on High Ave. That's right in the university area here, where the RDA, where we have a piece of property.
Are those sold or rented on 1014?
It is, yep,
Okay.
yep. And then, so they're gonna start construction on 1122 High, but they did say that they will be releasing their 413 Scott Ave option, so we'll put that back into our database and have that as an available, lot for people to.
Can we turn down their request?
I don't know how that works, but either way, it'll go back out, and we have had some calls lately, which is exciting, and we are, we have our design book. I'm going to talk about it in a little bit here as it relates to some of our city initiative housing projects, but we're going to have kind of a big rollout promotion for that, so we hope that will spark some interest on our other RDA lots.
Those have been great projects.
Yeah. Any other questions on our infill lots? We still have about a dozen or so that are available. Sorry. And we are promoting them as we have folks that come in. So we're still trying to do what we can to get the lots out there.
And now on to housing update.
Well, city initiatives. We have quite a few city housing updates that we would like to share with you. At the last meeting, we talked a lot about the former Washington School. So that building is currently being demolished. And we are continually working with Habitat for Humanity. There'll be 18 lots that will be created. 9 lots will be for Habitat to construct homes on in a multi-year phase approach. They're thinking about 2 to 3 a year. From a city standpoint, our 9, we're going to construct as quickly as we can. All of the houses between Habitat and the city, they'll be mixed up. We're being very strategic where with Habitat only wanting to build single-story homes, we want to make sure it mixes up so it blends into the neighborhood. And we're going to have certain requirements where they have to have detached garages to match the neighborhood and certain architectural features. So we are going to be installing the utilities, the laterals from the mains for sanitary, water, and storm this spring on School and Winnebago Ave. And then we will also be doing the stormwater management, basically getting the site ready to go. On a parallel track, the city staff has been working with our city council to obtain guidance on the kind of housing program. How are we going to choose the 9 homeowners who are going to purchase the homes that the city is going to have a contractor construct. So we're working on that process. City council very much wants the income eligibility level to be what the city specific our median census income is. So that's just over about 62,000. So with that, we have been taking that a step further and looking at number of folks in a household, because that is very typical of HUD. You look at how many people are in the house, and we think if it's going to be affordable for families that maybe have 2 income earners in the family and have maybe 2 kids, and they should be able to afford it, just kind of the average family in Oshkosh. So we're really excited about that.
Have
And
you penciled in a pricing, what they're gonna cost?
so we are working on that. Right now, we actually did quite a bit of research looking at what our permit, the values are coming in for the cost. We reached out to some builders. We reached out to the Winnebago Home Builders Association, and we kind of landed on about $200 per square foot.
Okay.
Is kind of the average.
That's what it is, right?
Yep. So with that, we're kind of looking at like $260,000 for a home to be built, and the city is more than likely we're going to be taking care of all the site prep. So council really wants to make sure we can get families in here, and then we want to make sure that they have units in Oshkosh that they're freeing up for other people. So it is that domino effect. So it's a really exciting project, and we're going to be using our housing design book. We're also working on our master developer RFP. We're going to be sending out to have the developer contractor build the city's 9 homes. The city will be very involved with confirming the eligibility, making sure it's affordable for them. We actually do that already with all of our housing loan programs. We don't want to overburden somebody with a home, so we have all the tools in place that we check it, background checks, everything. So we'll make a few tweaks for this program, but I think it'll be an easy transition.
So will Habitat be using the same design book, or?
So they obviously have kind of a home, their bread and butter, I would say, home that they like to do, but we have talked about them using certain architectural features that would blend in. They already have the detached garages, but we are looking at, working with them to ensure that they are following certain aspects of the design book.
Can any of these also have, I don't know the name of it, the mother-in-law apartment above the garage?
Absolutely, we have that in our design book. Yep, the ADU, accessory dwelling unit. Yep. Yeah, nice. It's okay. We like our acronyms.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have it available if they're interested in it.
Yeah. So it's this is new territory for us, but it's really exciting, and it's just 9 lots, but I think it's a great opportunity, and this is a very strong neighborhood. It's at the Stevens Park Neighborhood Association. They're very engaged, and
Who chooses out of the design book? Is it Habitat or is it the potential homeowner?
so that's something we've been talking about. So Habitat, they'll kind of do their own process. So for the city's 9, homes that we're going to work on, the city will work to qualify the individual or the family, and then we will start to treat it like any other home purchase where you're going to build, where they will purchase the lot and they'll be working with the builder. Then they'll have to work
that's
with our
fantastic.
builder, so then they can maybe say, okay, instead of this color cabinet, I want this color, and can you paint that, or can I do that? So there'll be some personalized finishes that they will be able to choose, but there will be some aspects that we are going to require that they have, like it has to have a detached garage. We want an egress window in the basement and have it, stubbed out in the basement so it could be expanded into more bedrooms. So there'll be certain aspects that are non-negotiable, and then some that they can work on.
Thank you.
Well, Sue and I remember where Sears catalog had houses.
It's
They had
very
3
much
or 4,
similar.
Yeah.
And we'd look through,
So much
oh,
better.
come on.
It's very.
And now Menards has them.
They did? Okay.
It's very similar to what what happened back in the day, or even when Morgan Dorr built homes and paying for their employees.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so, it's exciting, and like I said, we want it to be a part, Maybe turn it on. We want it to be part of the neighborhood and have them all, work together, so.
And you've worked with the Stevens Park Neighborhood Association, right?
Yeah, we've been
Yeah,
providing,
they're very active.
updates, just to kind of keep them in the loop,
Yeah.
so.
That's
Who gets the skinny
That is like the best
pie
park in
lot?
Oshkosh.
The what?
Stevens Park is like the
They're
best
very-
park in
yeah,
Oshkosh. It's
yeah.
gorgeous.
Yes,
Who
it is,
gets
they
it?
do a great
Who
job.
gets the skinny one on the bottom right? The skinny
Number one, I'm not sure yet. It's very long though.
It is.
Yeah.
You want it?
Is it wide enough for a?
It is. They're all wide enough for homes.
Oh, home definitely. I didn't know if it could also then have a
Yeah,
garage.
I mean, the driveway
Yes.
will be on the side and then the garage will kind of be shifted, but
And the 4 on the very right bottom, those are already existing?
Yes.
correct.
Right. Okay.
Yep, so a lot of excitement there. So that is our kind of priority housing project, but then our other one is out on Jackson Street, south of Snell Road, north of Logan Drive, Farmington and Christian Drive. As you see a while ago, it looked like those subdivisions should have continued on. They didn't. We had a developer who tried to construct single-family homes in there, couldn't really make it work. So the city thought this would also be a good infill lot project too. And then there was an opportunity to purchase the property to the south. The business owns it, where like Art City Wraps, Cliffs Tire is. So we actually divided that property, subdivided it. We purchased the portion on the west side, and now we have 31 parcels. We have parkland actually out there, and we have stormwater management too. So these lots, as you see, they're gonna be a little bit wider. It's gonna be more of a suburban look to match this neighborhood. The homes will be a little bit different, attached garages. But again, a great opportunity where we're utilizing different funding sources to install the utilities. We're using CDBG actually to install the mains in here and the stormwater management, and a smaller infill development, but I think it will be great to have that in this area. So again, we'll be going through the master builder agreement, RFP, when we get to this, and kind of that same process as Washington.
What's the street below, I like number 19, between 19 and 20? What is that
That's
street?
Christian Drive. Yeah. And then Eichstätt is over there, and then Vinland is to the west.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good info. It's perfect for that area.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's all the
Nice.
updates I have for that one.
Up
Yeah.
to the executive director report.
This is Boatworks. It's exciting.
That is.
And even more exciting, we sold it to Chet Wiesenberg and Tim Hess for a whole $1. But they are starting, they did the foundations for both properties so they could work through the winter. So now they're doing the above ground for the eastern parcel, which was the RDA parcel, and then they'll be starting work on the western side. So it's very exciting to see movement in that area.
When do they expect to have that finished?
I think later this.
Or that framed up?
Yeah, exactly. So this was just from last week too.
Okay.
So probably I think later spring, summer for the
Cool.
east side, and then they're gonna move over to the west side soon. And this next project is 913 South Main Street, so it's south of 9th. This was the one that our own RDA member Todd was talking about, that they're submitting tax credits and going to rehab existing buildings and then tear down a smaller building and then construct some apartments and have some parking in the area. I also wanted to show this exciting project, the Sawyer-Oshkosh Ave intersection.
Finally.
So as you remember, the RDA has been instrumental in acquiring quite a bit of property here. And then just so you do know, the city has an option to purchase these 4 parcels right here, and we'll be closing in April. We will be bringing them back to RDA to blight them, but just with the timing and the meetings, we just went forward with the city purchasing them.
It is not a roundabout, right?
It is not a roundabout. Fortunately, however you look at it, there's not a lot of room for a roundabout there. And then just with the bridge, we did a traffic impact analysis, and it just would not work out so well.
It'll just be like last summer when when Viewmar was closed.
Yeah, exactly. So we're very excited because it will enhance Rainbow Park a bit more, and it will have a nice. really making sure there's enough room for people to cross. There's kind of a pedestrian safety zone in the middle there. And then we're going to be keeping our trails in there. And as of right now, the bait shop is not being disturbed. So, you know, from a community development standpoint, we would love to keep it there because that is a great amenity for the launch there.
What about that nice house to the exact north on the path?
There will be some acquisitions that are going to be needing to take place, and our Public Works Department has started that process.
Bike paths?
Yep, so we have our existing trail coming this way, and then yep, we're going to have some here. Obviously, it'll be all sidewalk, complete streets.
You'll be able to make a left out of Rainbow Park.
Yes.
It's really hard to get your bike across Oshkosh Ave.
It's a very busy intersection. So
Like
we
8 different stoplights, curves.
Right,
like,
yeah. So hopefully it's a little more straightforward now, but yeah, we do want to make it just much safer for all pedestrians and vehicles and, you know, whatever mode of transportation you're doing. So that is something that
next year, right?
they're doing the design, real estate design, and then I think then the year after would be the construction.
Great.
On the southeast corner,
Yep.
where it is now the road, is that going to be green space or?
Yep, that will just go and be part of that park right there. Yeah. So yes, very exciting.
Good stuff happening.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I was gonna say everybody saw that T-wall is started, so that's you know Terrence Wall, so that's really exciting to see that out there too. Commonwealth, they're going to town over on Jefferson Street, so
Did they find anything when they scraped? Are they okay?
they're okay.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
Yep, so they purchased the property as well, so this RDA does not own any property on Jefferson and North Main
Purchased it
Street.
Old superstation?
No, not that, that's still for sale,
Okay.
yeah, we sent it to them and let them know, but they elected not to. So yeah, so we have a lot of amazing projects going on in our central city, which is exciting.
When do you look at South Park School that isn't going to be South Park School?
Well, obviously, I think a
Oh,
lot
referendum.
of that's dependent on the referendum. There's been quite a bit of interest. We fielded quite a few calls from folks that would be interested in the building itself. So
Oh, okay.
I think we'll see what happens.
Any other topics anybody want to discuss?
No, I'm trying to get these dates on my calendar.
I can look for a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, sure.
Second.
Who did the first?
I didn't. I'm not gonna. Somebody else has
Oh,
to.
Sorry, yeah.
You got it?
Move for
Okay.
adjournment. We already
Adam's
have a
got, okay.
Sorry, I
No, you're
thought-
okay.
I didn't
You're
realize
okay.
that's
Is that
what
a
we're
roll call?
looking.
Is that a roll call or a
I'll
voice
take
vote?
a voice vote.
All in favor of adjourning, say
Aye.
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 Opposed? Keep talking.
Thank
Good job.